Are we seeing that Solana has reached the top and that we're going to see a major retracement because we came all the way up to the levels of 127 US dollars, exactly towards the 78.6? And remember, I told you to buy Solana round about the 17 US dollar level, and then we saw this massive pump towards the upside. But is it time to sell all your Solana exactly now? We're going to look at the facts, the charts, and we're also going to look at the opinion of Rand from Crypto Banter. But guys, we're also going to look at some fundamental values about Bitcoin and what we could expect in the immediate short term. Are we going to see a retracement or are we going to see a major leg up? So if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe. And now let's directly start with today's content. Welcome back to B for Crypto, and yes guys, I hope you had a great festive season and enjoyed the time with your friends and family. We're going to deep dive into the charts. And yes, we're going to start with Solana because yes, we nearly reached our price target of the 128 US dollar level, like I told you in the previous video. So let's look at my previous video where I told you exactly here. So yes, if we're going to get this major altcoin pump, I could expect that Solana is going to reach a price target in the immediate short term of 128 US dollars. So yes, my price target was exactly the 128 US dollar level, and we didn't reach it completely. We just came up to the 127 US dollars. But guys, in the immediate short term, we perfectly hit the 78.6. But what are we going to see next? Before we're going to go on the lower time frames to find out what we could expect in the immediate short term and what I expect is going to happen, guys, let's go over to the opinion of Rand. He posted, "My timeline is full of influencers abandoning Solana after they are satisfied with the returns on the last few weeks. Amazing how quickly they are to leave. What they don't realize is that we are here for the long play and that we are just getting started." And this is exactly what I've been telling you guys. Dollar cost average into Solana, and I'm also expecting that Solana is going to go further up from here. Because yes, I even told you that Solana is going to break its previous all-time high sooner than Bitcoin does, and that we're going to see the strong move towards the upside with the end of the bull market price target of in between 1,000 and 3,000 US dollars for Solana, the previous all-time high from Ethereum. But let's go down on the even lower time frames on the 4-hour chart, and on the 4-hour chart, guys, we can see that the price movement of Solana reached the 126 US dollars on the Binance chart, and then we saw this retracement all the way back down. A lot of people selling Solana exactly here, which is okay after this massive pump towards the upside. But guys, we can see that we came all the way back down to the $102 level, and we got this fast move towards the upside back above this major support level around the 108 US dollars, and then we saw that we broke this downward sloping trend towards the upside. And at the moment, guys, we're once again over the 13 EMA, and this looks extremely healthy after this massive pump towards the upside. Because if we're going to look at the Fibonacci retracement levels from this previous low after we saw this massive move towards the upside all the way to the 126 US dollar level, we came all the way back down to the 61.8, and at the moment we are trying to break the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, which perfectly lines up with this major resistance. So I expect this fast move towards the upside because yes, we can see that Solana on the 4-hour chart is forming higher lows, and this is extremely bullish, and this gives us the indication that we could see this fast move towards the upside, breaking the 125 US dollar level. And yes guys, my next price target for Solana is ultimately going to be, if we're going to drag the Fibonacci retracement levels from the top all the way to the swing low, yes, my next price target is going to be the 1.618, which is round about the 150 US dollar level. But the next price target ultimately is going to be the 180 US dollars. So if we go on the daily chart, we can see that the 180 US dollars perfectly line up with the 88.6 Fibonacci retracement level all the way from the all-time high to the bottom of the price movement, where Solana reached the price of 8 US dollars. So yes, it makes perfectly sense. We had this major resistance round about the 61.8, next level 78.6. So ultimately the next price target is going to be the 180 US dollars. So yes, I could expect this fast move towards the upside, and a lot of people are quite bearish about Solana, saying that we're going to go even lower. But yes, like Rand always says, they're just salty because they have missed to buy Solana at the levels of 17 US dollars. And yes guys, we're also trading this move over on Bybit, so if you want to join my free signal group, go down in the video description below where you will find all the instructions. We open the trade exactly here. After we've broke this trend towards the upside, guys, I could expect that this trade is going to go crazy, because Solana is here to stay and we are here for the long term. So we could expect this major move towards the upside. And yes, I'm extremely bullish on Solana. I even sold all my Ethereum to buy more Solana. So yes guys, dollar cost average into Solana, and every dump we're getting, this could give you the opportunity to dollar cost average and make life-changing money. So let's go over to Bitcoin to find out what we could expect. And yes, on the daily chart of Bitcoin, I told you that Bitcoin is most probably going to move within this range, in between the $44,650 and all the way down here at the support at $40,900. And exactly that happened. We're seeing that Bitcoin is consolidating within this major range. But ultimately, we can see that Bitcoin is still bullish because we are forming higher lows. And we can also see that Bitcoin is establishing this trend towards the upside, where we can see the price movement bounced off once, twice, and also the third time exactly here. So guys, yes, maybe we are forming this symmetrical triangle with a breakout target all the way from here, all the way to the potential breakout point exactly here. We could expect that yes, our next price target for Bitcoin is ultimately going to be the top of this major resistance, and this is the $48,500, where we can see on the weekly chart, guys, this is our major resistance zone, which comes all the way from the previous bull market, where we got this major rejection and this last major leg up before we saw this major bear market. So yes guys, this is ultimately my price target for the end of the year. So yes, maybe we're going to see a massive pump from the ETF, but overall guys, I expect that Bitcoin is going to range within this massive range with a bearish price target of the $31,000 level. And why? Yes, we're seeing that a lot of institutions like BlackRock, Fidelity, Invesco, WisdomTree, FOREX is going to enter the market with trillions of dollars. And guys, I expect that we're going to see a market manipulation and that the price movement is going to pump from this bullish news of an ETF approval, and that we're going to see this long accumulation phase to flush out all the small investors, because yes, we are dealing with some of the biggest investment managers and they exactly know how to manipulate the markets. So guys, yes, dollar cost average into altcoins and diversify your portfolio, because I think that we're going to see a major manipulation for Bitcoin and maybe come all the way back down to the $31,000, because if these major institutions miss the boat, they bring the boat back. So this is what I expect before the halvening, that we could expect this major sell the news event and that Bitcoin comes all the way back down here. So yes, I wouldn't sell my Solana, neither I would sell my Bitcoin. The way is to dollar cost average into Solana and also Bitcoin to accumulate these coins, because yes, ultimately we could expect a massive run towards the upside, because if we go over to this fundamental news, yes, we are only starting to enter the bull one phase, which is exactly here. We can see that we have this accumulation and chart break exactly here from the previous bull market. We saw this pump all the way to the bull market support, and then we saw this retracement, saw the bear market bottom, and we had this consolidation, and we started with this parabolic run after the Bitcoin halvening. And yes, the second bull year, we reached the peak exactly here at the $69,000, and now we could see that Bitcoin had this bear market with a 78% correction, found the bottom, and then we started with this accumulation and chart break phase where we are in at the moment. We are entering the first bullish cycle at the moment. So yes guys, we could expect 1 year of bullishness all the way maybe to the previous all-time high, but I expect some consolidation and some sideways move. But ultimately in the second bull year, we could expect a massive run towards the upside, reaching my price target of round about $250,000 for Bitcoin, round about mid 2025, that we're going to reach the peak for Bitcoin. So yes, ultimately guys, I expect that Bitcoin is going to break this next major resistance, but be careful, we could expect a retracement towards the downside. And if we're going to look at the VPVR, the volume price range, then we can see, yes guys, we're having this major volume support exactly all the way down here, round about the $24,000 level, where we saw this long sideways move for Bitcoin, and then we broke out from this major range. And yes, this yellow support box is ultimately going to be my worst case scenario for Bitcoin. And you can also see we have a lot of support exactly here, volume support, and also this upward sloping trend for Bitcoin, this dotted yellow line. So yes, this is what I expect for Bitcoin, that we're going to see this massive pump towards the upside, a sell the news event, or maybe even a delay from the spot ETF with a worst case scenario of the $31,000 level. But yes guys, I wouldn't sell my Solana, because ultimately we could expect that Solana is going to break its previous all-time high sooner than Bitcoin does. And let's go over to my trade, because yes, we can see that Solana is really gearing up for the next major move towards the upside. We found this bottom, and now we can see that Solana is forming higher lows. So ultimately, if we're going to break this neckline, we could expect this major move towards the upside. And guys, yes, if you want to trade all of these moves, go down in the video description below and sign up to Bybit, OKX, BITFLEX, or even MEXC, where you receive a major deposit bonus. And make sure to be in my free Telegram group where I post all of my trades, and make sure to be for crypto. And we see each other in the next video.